Welcome to another episode of Geek-Men and the Masters of the Thunder Nerds. I'm Dustin.
Zombie.
Dairy,
How's it going, y'all?
still live.
Yeah.
Still alive. That's right. Oh
Still
man,
undead.
True.
True that. For the time being, anyway.
Yeah. So, it was a busy week.
Yes.
It was definitely a busy week. Lots to talk about.
Well, I mean, just coming off of San Diego Comic-Con,
Yeah. Yep.
it was insane. We'll get into that a little bit later, but yeah, for right now, we're just gonna stick to what we do, and let's talk about what's in the box.
Which is get off track.
Yes, well, yeah, that's true. Definitely get off track. I missed it. There we go. All right, so
What you
I
got,
guess
Dustin?
I'll go first since we're having Derry go last. So, yeah, so I opened Evil Lynn, and I've just been having fun with this, and of course Chilla. And this is my Chilla Hawktua.
Octua edition.
She Hawktua's on Vultureman's neck. Hawktua.
Oh.
As I topple everything on my desk. But yeah, yeah. That's I have plenty of stuff to open, but I've been slowly piecing it out, savoring. And I mean, because here's the Evil Lynn box. So Evil Lynn comes with this alternate head, which is fun to have her in. But there's just something about the classic head. I just love that so much. But yeah, and she comes with alternate hands and like a purse satchel thing and a smaller wand, whatever you want to call it. I messed up again. Anyway, so yeah, that's
Some
what I
of those
opened.
some of those Revelation figures, they look good, and then some of them are just, I don't know, they're a miss. I got to see the, I guess, raw sculpts, I guess you could call them, before the articulation was added into them, and I just couldn't get over it. Like, the sculpting was so great, and
Yeah.
then they just got butchered when they put that articulation scheme on them or whatever. Like, they just, I don't know. I did not like them. I've tried a few, not trying to,
Yeah.
harsh your excitement for it or whatever, but I couldn't get behind them. I mean, I've got a couple, but
Yeah.
I stopped. I'm going, these are not. I don't enjoy these.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy them. I can see what you're talking about as far as.
I mean, I wish I would have saved those images, but they were kind of shared in confidence anyway.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I didn't, because I was like, well, I don't know if I should save something like this. I mean, I don't know the guy that sculpted them. I know the guy that knew the guy that sculpted them. So
Right.
it was kind of a through the grapevine kind of thing. But yeah, I was bummed when I saw them, because I was excited. I was like, wow, these look really great, And then when they came out, I was like, these do not look great. But I mean, not to knock anything that anybody else likes or whatever. They're
How's it
just
going,
they're
Pops?
not for me. Hey, Pops.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. I mean, because I feel that way. I really like Evil Lynn, but I feel like,
Now, I'll agree. That one does look good.
yeah, I feel like especially Merman looked interesting, but it wasn't that. Just the one with the scars on him. It wasn't that interesting. It didn't capture me and be like, oh, I have to have that. It was like, yeah, that's cool, but how about the real merman?
Oh, I've got it loaded up,
Feel
Pops.
your
Don't
mood.
worry.
Oh man, I'm hiding my mood. I'm more mood than dairy right now, but I'm gonna smile through it. Okay.
Oh,
I mean, if you guys could have seen us before we started, I'm like, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Open
All
anything
right. So
else?
what was that?
Did you open anything else?
No. Nope. That's it for me this week.
Okay.
We'll probably move on to the other. Well, I did. Let's see if you can see it. I did put my steel up there. That you got me.
Oh yeah, I can see him hanging out up there.
Oh yeah, he's
Barely.
yeah. It's like, oh yeah, this thing's cool. Standing there with his huge hammer. It's just like, yeah.
Cool
Yep.
design for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So I ended up. I've shown this guy off before, but I ended up getting a second one. I did some thinking, and I'm like, yeah, I need another one of these because one of them's getting torn apart. So I know I'm going to say this guy's name wrong. This is the Centaur from Mythic Legions. Afarius, I think, is how it's said.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I got to looking at the other one that I got that I haven't opened yet. So this is the second one, and I purposely got him loose because
Yeah.
he's going to be he's going to be a couple of customs in the future for me. One of them hopefully soon if I've got some time to work on it or whatever. But
That'll be sweet.
It's just a really cool looking.
That's definitely one I wish I could have gotten at the time, but it's like, it is just such a beautiful figure. I like those colors on him.
I wasn't really into him at first. You know, like I'd always said that if I got one, he was going to be torn apart for customs and stuff. And then after I got that first one, it always happens to me. I'll get something that I'm going to use for a custom, and I don't get to it right away, and it sits, and then I'm used to having it. So I'm like, I got to get another one.
Right.
Can't tear that one apart now. So, but yeah, I wasn't really super into them until I got it in hand, which is a typical thing you hear people say, you know, whenever they're looking at the pictures online of waves released for Mythic or Cosmic Legions, you know, you look at it and go, that one's okay. I'm not really into it. And then if you end up getting that one, you're like, holy crap, this one's really cool.
Yeah, I like, for instance, the genie dude.
Yeah.
From that last wave, it was just like, yeah, he's cool, but you know, whatever. Next on, then moving on, and then you see him in hand, and it's just holy crap.
No, that one is a gorgeous figure. And it comes with just beautiful soft goods. He really, that one, I mean, you can look at it and tell that it's pretty cool, but until you have it in hand, it's a whole nother level of appreciation.
Yeah.
But it was a slow week for me. I've been working mostly, so that's. I think I got that in the mail Wednesday, and I cracked open the box, and I didn't think anything of it until a couple days ago, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I got, because he was in pieces. I had to put him back together. I gotta get him ready for the show.
Yep. Fun times.
So, Derry, I know you got something cool.
Oh, yeah. I've been waiting on this one. So, this will lead into our next subject really well. So, last Friday, got High Warden Slog in the mail. Freaking love this figure.
Man.
Yeah, so, I mean, for scale reference, this is a half gallon of milk, water. That's how he compares to a half gallon bottle. So, yeah, freaking love this figure. I think the first time I ever saw this figure was the test shot at PowerCon 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And like picking it up and just feeling how hefty it was and
Yep.
everything. I was super happy. So he comes with an alternate like growling looking head, although I like the one where he's just a sourpuss here
Yeah.
better. He's got a couple hands. It came with, I'm assuming this thing, it's got like a profile on the screen. It's like I'll see if I can, it's got like a picture of him. So since he's the warden, I'm kind of assuming that it's
on the readout thing?
Yeah, the prisoners and stuff.
Yeah, I thought that was like more of his suit. That's how I was thinking.
Oh, maybe
it
is, yeah.
Like monitoring his suit that he's in.
That makes sense. But yeah, freaking.
But I would prefer it if it was more like inmates,
Yeah.
Status on inmates and stuff. I think.
Yeah, this is the one Cosmic Legion that when I saw the wave announcement that I was like, oh my God, I got to get this guy. And
yeah,
the only critique I would have on it is like some of my other larger figures, the hip joints are a little loose, but I use that. It's called Kiki. It's made in the Philippines. It's a little bottle that you just shoot into the joints and it tightens right up. So not a big deal. Yeah, there's the alternate head on him.
Yeah.
I'll take this off. So.
Yeah, that's the head I have on mine.
So much character in him.
Yeah.
I pulled this helmet off really easy earlier.
Yeah.
now I guess I'm not going to do that. So, but yeah, I'm 100%, overly satisfied with this guy, and he's going to go probably as a centerpiece on one of these shelves up here.
Nice.
In the middle, I would say probably the second one down. I was hoping to have some more stuff. I actually went hunting for the first time in a while this morning, but the major retailers around us, their distribution processes have to be jacked in North Carolina because everything comes into the West Coast and you start seeing pictures of it appear.
Mm-hmm.
And shit, I've still got peg warmers from freaking a year and a half ago.
Right.
And
same here.
I'm looking specifically for some McFarlanes that I want. There's
the Batman Forever line.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's hit store shelves yet.
I don't think so, but
yeah, I think it's still on pre-order. I was hoping to maybe see some of the Deadpool Wolverine stuff hitting.
Yeah,
too, but
that actually doesn't come out until December 3rd.
Oh, really? I thought it was like just crazy to me that they don't line that up with the movie, but I wonder if it's for spoiler reasons or something.
Right.
Yeah. So, I was hoping, but I'll probably drive over to Lincolnton this weekend coming up and see what Needless Toys has over there because I haven't been over there in a while.
I don't even know where I set the two that I had picked up, but I can't even believe that I found those. So.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Where is the ticker thing? All right.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and lead in with that. So Derry, you picked up your slog from Omega Level Toys, correct?
Yes.
Yep. And I believe you ended up getting the last one in stock.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Slog is gone. He's sold out. So the website that we're talking about here, that's omegaleveltoys.bigcartel.com. And Dustin's got the website pulled up for me here. So when you type that in, this is what you're going to see. You get a nice picture of that's Poxus there. But the Cosmics, you've only got 2 or 3 more days left to take advantage of the sale going on for Cosmic Legions. So it's a 20% off on all Cosmic Legions figures and accessory sets. So to get to that, you want to come up here to the left-hand corner, click on Products, and then under Products, you'll see they've got a listing here, right there, Cosmic Legions. You click on that, and that'll bring you to the page that has all of the Cosmic Legions that they have available from Wave 1 and 2. So you got High Warden Slog right there at the top, sold out. I think he's the only one that says that too. So I think the rest of them all say on sale, in stock. And you come down here, you've got the hands, accessory packs, weapons packs. There's the other one. So the Novian Lean is probably one of my favorite Cosmic Legions figures. He's just really cool in hand. And then you've got another accessory set here with a couple of weapons and a shield. So those are really, really cool. The sale ends the last day of July. So when July is gone, the sale
2 days.
is gone. So you
2
got
days.
the rest of what, tonight, tomorrow, and then what is it, Wednesday, and then that's it. Sale's over.
Yep.
So if you are interested in anything, these are very sci-fi inspired. If you're interested in any of them, don't hesitate. This is your last chance to get them at the best possible price that you can get these right now. And some of these are sold out at other retailers. So they've got still a great selection here at Omega Level Toys. I highly recommend them. If you pick anything up, if you get to tell my buddy Travis, who runs this thing, tell him Zombie sent you, he'll know who you're talking about.
So there is one High Warden Slog for sale right here, $500. So if you want Slog, 500 takes him.
So not only there's a secondary promotion here that you can do with Omega Level, get free shipping. If you in checkout, if you enter free ship 2024, you get free shipping on your order. And that's site-wide. Now, the sale only pertains to the Cosmic Legion, so they're the only thing that's 20% off of the regular retail price here. And all that's taken off on, in your cart and checkout and all that good stuff. But don't forget the free shipping code.
Yep. Absolutely. I for one, I want to go get that. What is that, Kragnar? The big orange dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's so cool.
Yeah, he's a great figure. And he's another big one. He's tall. He's
so huge.
He's one of the larger scale figures. He's probably not as heavy as High Warden Slog, but he's still solid, and he's taller because Slog is still kind of squat, But he's definitely a cool one too.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like a badass version of Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, the one head he does.
It's that face, yeah.
With the one head it does, but I actually prefer the other head. Does it have pictures of the other head?
No, not here, not on site. You'd have to go to sourcehorseman.com and click on the Cosmic Legion section. But the alternate head is just it's the same head, but it's I think he's like gritting his teeth or something like that.
Oh, huh. I thought there was another one. It might have been a third-party one that I'm thinking of, but...
So if you're talking about the dragon head, that only comes with the green version of him from Wave 3.
Okay, yes.
So it's a similar figure, comes with a few slightly different parts, doesn't come with 4 arms, but he comes with one of the heads that Kragnar uses, but then also that dragon head that's on Arakagor, the blue dragon.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have Wave 3 yet, but it's coming. He's busy traveling to different conventions and stuff.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah. Go get your Cosmics while you can.
All right. So, yes, go get Cosmics. I know I want to. I have no idea if I will. I have to, check with the old ball and chain, so to speak. But, yeah. Yep. I'm going to turn off the banners and stuff. There we go. And so any other things you want to say about this the Omega before I take it down?
No, that's
Okay.
pretty much it.
All right. Oh, what was the other thing you were wanting to show?
Oh, that's leading into toy talk and all that stuff. So
Okay.
I mean, I guess we might as well go ahead and get into that. So San Diego Comic-Con happened over
Yep.
this, I guess this
It
weekend
certainly
or
did.
whatever. It's a lot of stuff. I'm not going over every little thing that was from San Diego Comic-Con. I'm just going to kind of hit on the things that kind of caught my eye that were interesting to me.
Before we do any of that, let's find out what's bothering Derry. I think it has something to do with this.
Oh boy.
What do you have to say about this?
Unfortunately for my wife, my stepson, Eric Bertram, all these people were in contact with me over the weekend about Robert Downey Jr.'s return to Marvel, and to say I lost my shit is probably an understatement. So just a little bit of backstory. I've always been a Fantastic Four fan. Really liked the property. I had a lot of the really old Fantastic Four comic books when I was a kid. So growing up, Doctor Doom ended up being one of my top villains. And the properties that we've got so far, they've never really hit the mark with Doctor Doom.
Nope.
And so it just, to me,
okay, so honestly, I think the closest one was the original one.
Yep.
The original Fantastic Four, because that was actually somewhat on par. But then when they did the Fantastic Four reboot thing, it got out of hand. I don't know.
But. Yeah. And so I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I see an article, probably on Facebook or something, about this. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? So to me, this is my interpretation of the situation. People can disagree with me on it. So lately, the Marvel movies have really taken a dive. Quality is suspect. The shows are pretty lackluster. Disney prioritizes other subjects over what its fans want. And so they're in not that they're not making money, but they're just in not a good place with the way the franchises are performing. So to me, this is an attempt to bring back a fan favorite actor and a fan favorite character. And then, because I'm personally of the idea that this is going to be the storyline where Tony Stark ends up becoming Doctor Doom.
Right.
That it doesn't make sense to me any other way unless they're just doing something off the wall.
Doom or something like that.
Yeah. And so it just seems to me like, hey, let's go away from one of the best characters, best villains in all of the Marvel universe, and let's just try to band-aid up our franchises with just adding this actor back. It's a cop-out to me. And they always want to get revolutionary with their ideas. And if you just stick to the shit that people love and do it well and write the characters well, money will just pour in. But for some reason, Disney is allergic to doing things that the fans want, which is just asinine.
Well, and that's the thing. People are constantly hating on fan service. Deadpool, I've seen people say the Deadpool Wolverine was just a fan service movie. But, okay, what's wrong with giving your fans what they want? Like, I've been waiting forever to see Deadpool and Wolverine team up, and it was hilarious to see it unfold. I thought it was great. I thought it was especially great how Deadpool took shots at Marvel saying, it's just been miss after miss after miss. I was surprised they let that go on so long in the movie. I was surprised. I was just like, yes, it did.
Well, and
But
I mean, if you talk about Endgame, their biggest movie, there was a ton of fan service in that, and that was a highly rated movie. Like the scene
yeah,
where Captain America picks up the hammer, like
that was epic.
that's all fan service. But at the end of the day, who pays the damn bills? The
Right.
customer putting their ass in the movie seat. And Disney just can't seem to remember that. Like whatever they got going on in their leadership structure, these people think that, oh my God, it's a great idea to put all of this other bullshit in our movies and write these stupid ass stories. And that's what I feel like this is going to be. I feel like it's just going to be a stupid ass story
Yeah.
that no one cares about except people who are in denial that Disney and Marvel is a bad partnership.
Yeah.
And there's those fanboys out there.
Yep. Know quite a few of them.
Yeah. Zombie, what do you think?
I was kind of disappointed whenever the announcement was made. I'm like, yeah, something's amiss here.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they're going to use him for the Secret Wars thing that they're going to do, and maybe move away from that point. We can only hope,
Right.
But for that actor in that role for that character, to me, just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's like you were saying earlier, it's a what if thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole multiverse is not an excuse just to do stuff like this to see what's going to stick on the wall, because that's asinine to even think that, oh well, we could just, if it doesn't work out, we can just blame it on that and move away from it.
Right. How about just do it right from the get-go?
Yeah.
Because Dr. Doom and the Fantastic Four were intertwined in their origins, and it's like it needs to be that still. Like, I don't know.
Right.
They could carry a trilogy of movies.
Right.
Just Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, for goodness sakes, like their deck building game, their Marvel deck building game called Legendary, the entire game is based on Doctor Doom. He's like one of the main villains that you even start with to have to overthrow and fight and prevent from world domination type thing. It's I know it's a game, but still it's relevant because he's there.
He's a very important character in the Marvel universe, not just as a villain, but I mean, he's the ruler of a country, so he's got that. There's a fine line between diplomatic immunity and villainy, so it's a very complex thing that they could play up with that, and they're just going straight for a money shot without the actual footwork put into it to get to it.
Right.
And I have a problem with it too. So I don't agree with this casting choice like at all. It's to me, it's not even fan service. It's just a stupid decision.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's a lot of the Disney Marvel stuff I stopped watching. I haven't bothered with it. Because Deadpool's right. It's miss after miss after miss after miss. It's not for me, and I'll stick with the comics.
Yeah.
The older comics. Comics. Let me add to that. The older comics, the ones that matter to me, because I don't need all of this extra added fluff put into it that doesn't make sense for the character or the story.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know.
But I've been stewing on it for a few days now, and it's just not getting any better.
It doesn't sit well.
No. I kept waiting. I kept waiting for a punchline that was never delivered. It's like, okay, no, I guess we're going with this. Okay.
Yeah. I waited. I wasn't excited. That it was just like I felt like they even had like the live when someone filmed it live. It was just like he removed his mask, and it's just like
Like if you
Dead
so
silent. It
so
was just like, oh
no
yay, clapping.
in that, yeah, like you can, if you go back and you find like the ones where people were actually like recording with their phones or whatever,
Yeah,
the real ones, you can
yeah,
hear people going no.
right.
I mean, there's people cheering and clapping too, but you can
Yeah,
hear others going no, no.
right.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
No, that's
I don't know.
Disney, Disney, Disney. What the hell?
Well,
Yep.
Okay, so along with the rest of the casting of Fantastic Four, I know Pedro Pascal is dynamite, but I don't think he's right for Reed Richards.
Yeah, to me,
I mean,
he doesn't look right. You know,
yeah.
he doesn't look right for that role. Like just his look, not
Well,
to discount, his ability to act or whatever. But
Yeah,
I always thought that about Ian Griffith, though, for the original Fantastic Four. Like, to me, he wasn't a
yeah,
Reed Richards looking
right.
person. And
I don't think they've ever cast a solid Reed Richards to
mhm.
date. But I don't know. The first one is probably the only acceptable one in my opinion.
and
But
the poor guy in Doctor Strange too didn't even get a chance.
The one that the fans have, the one that
yeah,
the fans have,
have
the fan,
cried for.
yeah, for years.
Yeah. Okay, the
That
only
was a
thing
slap
that
in the face. That
Mhm.
was a slap in the face.
yeah, the only thing that I think Emily Blunt and why am
John
I blanking on his
Krasinski.
name? Yeah, John Krasinski. I think those would have been perfect for Invisible Girl and Mr. Fantastic. The other two, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that much about them, but I know that the one guy who's playing Thing,
Yeah,
he's
Eben Moss Bacharach or whatever.
yeah, he's in that show,
The bear.
The Bear. Yeah,
Hmm.
and so I'm willing to give him a chance because I think that he's great in that. It'll be interesting to see what else he can do, but I don't know. Like it would have been so perfect to just get John Krasinski, but I will say, um, the Invisible Girl that they did get
Hmm.
cast, I guess is John Kirby's like daughter or something. Jack Kirby's daughter. I don't know.
I have no,
Kirby
no
something or other. That's her
But
last
yeah,
name.
Vanessa. I think her name's Vanessa Kirby, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think she is actually related to Jack Kirby somehow. I don't remember somehow, but I remember seeing that someone, and I'm just like, okay, that's nice. That'll be nice to see. It's just sort of like a full circle type thing in essence, but I don't know.
I mean, she's a good actress. Like, she's been in the Mission Impossible movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she plays whatever the lady's name is in the very first movie that they meet on the train. He's selling the knock list to. Can't remember the character's name off the top of my head, but she plays her daughter in the newer movies. Um, but she,
Okay.
yeah,
I'm,
like
I'm
she's
I'm like trying to go back and think to the first Mission Impossible, and I'm like, holy shit, you remember
hell. It was
that?
just on the other day, but I can't remember her name. Like, it's like I think it's like a dude's name. It's like what she goes by when
Oh,
she's talking to Ethan Hunt. Um,
okay.
but yeah, I can't remember it off the top of my head. But
Yeah.
yeah, she plays her daughter in the newer movies, and I mean, she's actually a very good actress. Like, I've enjoyed the roles that I've seen her in, so I think she'll do a good job.
Yes.
I think the dude from Stranger Things will do a good job as Johnny Storm. I can't remember his name right now. Um,
I didn't realize he was from Stranger Things.
yeah, he in the last season he played Eddie, who's like a Metallica loving, like Dungeons and Dragons playing dude.
Oh, holy crap! That's him.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah. I can totally
Yep.
see that.
hmm And then, I mean, but even in the first Fantastic Four, I liked Chris Evans as Johnny Storm because he played that like cocky, egotistical, like younger Johnny Storm really, really well. Like I thought
Yeah.
he was probably the best casting out of them all. What's his face's thing? He didn't really have. I mean, I think he did good, but
Yeah,
he
Michael
was in that
Chiklis.
suit the whole time.
Yeah,
So
I think Michael Chiklis was great though. I know he was just in a suit, but I think the fact that they went practical with it and not
mhm.
CGI, it's just like, okay, that's really cool. I
I
hope they
just
do
want
that.
thing to be bigger. Like
Yeah,
I want him to be massive, like the Hulk.
Juggernaut.
hmm
Yeah, I agree. Um, but all right, so we want to get
We've
into
beat that
toys.
horse to death. We beat
Yeah.
that centaur to death.
How many viewers did we lose?
None we've
All the
maintained.
Marvel fans.
Shooting ourselves in the foot here, fellas.
Eh. Hey, if they don't like it, there's plenty of other things that suck Marvel's dick enough that it's not us. But I don't know. So what's up next? What are we gonna talk about for this? You wanted to talk toys, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's freaking figures, man.
I know.
You
So
sounded so disappointed.
let's bring up our. No. I agree a lot.
No, I'm talking
with
about
you.
Dustin. Like he
Oh.
goes, "Oh, you want to talk about toys?" And he sounded so disappointed. You wanted to
No.
talk about toys on It's Freaking Figures.
I know, right? Go figure.
So let's talk about our poster boy for our thumbnail here.
Yeah.
This is from Mondo. So they redesigned Scareglow. And man, is it just pure awesomeness.
Yeah.
Like, I never really cared for the character for like his original design or whatever, but I love what they've done here.
Absolutely.
It just comes with a ton of stuff. Now this is Mondo, so this is going to be a 1/6 scale figure here.
Yep.
Just a ton of accessories and stuff that he comes with.
I love that soft goods cape.
Well, and this is something to me. It's cool even if it's not attached to Masters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, if they just made a figure that looks like this, it's beautiful.
Now, if they shrunk this down, I would buy it. I'm not in this 1/6 scale, the 12-inch collector's game or whatever, but this is cool enough to where I wouldn't feel the need to get the other characters that they make. But this one just speaks to me.
Yeah.
Go figure, right?
Right.
But no, it just comes with just a ton of really cool looking accessories. Like I said, the soft goods cape. He's got the soft goods loin fur. And then you see a little sneak peek here of something new that they designed. Let me back out of that and bring up the other menu because he's for sale right now. You can pre-order him. He's still available. But what they've done is they've also created this character called Scare Mare. So, and it's glow in the dark, of course.
Good God.
Yes, a massive beast. I mean, they did a really good job with this, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel the need, like if I ever got one, I wouldn't feel the need to get the horse too. I just really like his design. But just the amount of cool factor that went into this thing it's insane.
I mean, just imagine the space though between that and Scareglow.
Yeah.
Oh, Scareglow is big. This thing is massive.
54-inch wingspan.
Yes, crazy. I wouldn't even know where to put this thing.
Right.
I mean,
we have a hard time displaying gargoyles.
Yeah, well, that's another line I stopped collecting.
Yeah, same.
It's just, not that I couldn't find them all, because I eventually did coming across all of them, but It's just space.
Yeah.
It's. I was like, yeah, I can't do this. They look great.
Yep.
As does this, but I think they did a really good job on this.
Absolutely.
And
I
it's
like
dark.
the wings. How they have
Oh,
the
yeah.
articulation. Yeah, they have multiple points of articulation, and they're not just like the Four Horsemen wings where they're just out and always out or folded.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only two options.
And here they show you have an option where if the wings are too big, you don't have space, you don't have to display them on it. So
Yeah.
they're not like a permanent part of the character for it. But yeah, really cool. Mondo always making great looking stuff.
I definitely like this version of Scarecrow better than their first version. I think
definitely.
it turned out way better.
And then you've got a bundle here that you can get if you want to pre-order it together, if that's your jam.
Dang, $7.75.
Yeah, definitely a hefty price tag on it.
Be selling a kidney.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely cool. I'll give him.
You got an articulation fan in here. Heck yeah.
But yeah, another thing I want to bring up here is I'm going to move away from Mondo. So the Four Horsemen pulled a fast one on everybody this week. This was a surprise drop that they did. This was not something that was for pre-order. This was completely in stock, ready to go. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I'm still waiting for mine. This was they're calling this the Skeleton Legion Builder 2. This is a 1-point scale skeleton figure, completely bare, completely unarmored.
Yeah.
Find this other shot here that shows a little bit more of it being posed.
I mean,
yeah, those are cool.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. This is a completely new sculpt from head to toe. Doesn't have any reused parts whatsoever on it. On the body itself. Now, some of the weapons and the shield and everything, that's from previous sculpted stock there. But the figure itself is a completely new figure. Now, if you know anything about the Horsemen and everything, this is not the first time we've seen this skeleton body. They had a character called Maxilius the Harvester in the Necronominus wave that they did last year for pre-order. Underneath his soft good robes and all of his gear and everything, this is what is under all of that. So if you missed these, which they are sold out, by the way, it took 2 hours, and they said they had a lot of them sold out.
If it lasted 2 hours on one of their sales, they had a lot of them.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. I mean, usually when they do an in-stock sale of stuff, things can sell out within seconds.
Yep.
So for it to take 2 hours, I mean, they had a lot. I don't have the exact numbers on hand, but Jeremy Gerard has said that, we had quite a few of these. We didn't know that they would go that quick because they had a strict limit of 4 per customer, per address even. So even if you had a second account on their site and tried to buy 4 more, they'd cancel that order right away. They're like, no, it's going to the same address. So they do that to try and make it fair so that a good number of people get a chance to get these in hand.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely they sold out. They are going to have a few at IshCon this coming weekend. But I suspect they're going to go pretty quick too.
Yep.
And they're only going to limit those 1 per person if you find these at a convention from the Four Horsemen. So, but yeah, really cool. I'm excited to get this guy in hand. I was able to get an order in. Pretty painless, actually. Usually, like I said, with those in-stock sales from the Horsemen, it can be crazy. You can put something in your cart. If you take too long, it's gone. You try to check out and it'll go, hey, there's items missing. You got to back up, start over.
Well, and even if you don't want to buy anything, go join the Cabal, the Mythic Legions Cabal in Facebook, and then you'll get to hear people complain about the in-stock sale and how bad they are. When I mean, we all remember the days when we would try to do in-stock sales and literally within 5 minutes, all the figures would be gone.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
stuff
so
to be disappearing out of your cart that you thought you were going to buy and all that stuff. Like they've totally like redid that whole system to where now it's a lot better.
Yeah.
yeah, oh, it
It's
used to be
100. It's
brutal.
probably 1,000% better, and yet
Mhm.
people still complain.
Yeah, well, to their defense,
Don't defend them.
they no, because they did say, they being, Jeremy Gerard and other people from the actual Four Horsemen Studios did say, hey, there's plenty of these. It's not like you got to rush in to come and get them. You can take your time. And then they had to backstep a little bit after they sold out within 2 hours, and the complaints started coming in. Hey, you said I had plenty of time and I waited. I was at work or whatever, or I was asleep. And, because this stuff, it went live worldwide. So there's people
Yeah.
on the other side of the planet. They were asleep when this thing dropped. And 2 hours later, they're gone. They wake up expecting, hey, they said that these would be available. I
2
wake up,
hours.
they're out.
2 hours is a don't worry, they'll be in stock for Four Horsemen, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
And the people on the other side of the world have to be used to when
Setting alarms.
American toy companies release this
Yeah.
stuff, setting an alarm, staying up, whatever they got to do.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
I mean,
my
it's,
advice. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it's hard for me to defend people who, if you've been a fan for a while,
Yeah.
you know how this goes. Stop bitching about it.
Right.
And usually I find sometimes it's some of the older fans, they've got their gripes or whatever, but a lot of it is, I think, some of the newer people that haven't been around since the beginning, that don't know those dark times of those in-stock sales, of being brutal battles to defend your cart while you go in and try to check out. So their expectations are not very realistic for an in-stock sale, even now, and it is better than what it used to be. I'll agree with that. But still, my advice to anybody that's coming into the line that likes what they see or whatever, if there's an in-stock sale, if you see something, if there's one or two things that you want to get, go in, put them in your cart, check out immediately. Don't browse for other stuff.
Right.
Go place that order, and then if you want to look around, see what else you might like, go back, do another
And place
order.
a second order.
Just eat the shipping. It'll be worth it. If you do it, because you'll not want to say guaranteed to get what you're going to try to order, but you stand a better chance to get the things that you want.
Absolutely.
They can't combine the orders, so don't ask them all that. You'll get ignored or told no, we're not doing that. And shipping, really, the cost it just depends on where you're at. But with this particular sale, they did have an option for flat rate shipping, which was $10, whether you ordered 50 figures or one figure. So that option's really good if that option's available to you. It's just a $10 flat rate shipping charge.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll definitely bring this back up on the show whenever I finally get it in hand.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
And they still have other stuff available right now. But I'm going to move on. And like I said, I'm not going to touch on everything that you could see at San Diego Comic-Con, but I do have a legitimate gripe with this, as I did with Todd's first Kickstarter for his Spawn. Okay, we were promised so much with that first Kickstarter for that Spawn. My first question was, why does this man need to turn to Kickstarter to get a figure funded of his original character Spawn? It just never sat right with me.
Right.
And now here we go again. He's got the medieval Spawn shown here, and they're doing another Kickstarter. Why? Why, Todd? Explain. I'd love to know why. I know you've got the money to get this funded, but
I have no idea.
They're probably trying to pay for the movie if it ever
does
gets
it
off
look
the ground.
cool? Oh, don't even get me started on that either. The movie this, the movie that. The first movie wasn't all that great to begin with. I like the design, but I've been burned by him too many times with rubbery weapons and promises of articulation making sense when you get it in hand and it just doesn't. I went in. I did a full collector's set for that first Kickstarter. And when I got it in hand, it was not the Spawn that we were promised. It was not the Spawn that he said that was going to get made. It was not the Spawn that I wanted. The Spawn that I ended up getting, that was the one that I wanted, was the Mortal Kombat version of Spawn.
Mhm.
That was a great figure. Absolutely great figure. So that's the one that I kept. I got rid of the Kickstarter stuff. I ended up selling it off. I'm like, yeah, it's worth it. So for the fans that like it, hey, go for it. He's got some cool stuff to go along with it. I'll give him that. The design's really neat. It's definitely an update of the original figure, like he did with the first one. But I'm not buying into it this time. Sorry.
Yeah.
I won't be. I did the first Kickstarter. I won't be doing this one.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me why this man would even use Kickstarter to get anything made.
Right.
So, I mean, it's not like he doesn't have the money to do it on his own. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just mind-boggling.
It's odd, and it sat wrong with me for the first one, but
yeah,
hey, whatever. So I'm going to jump over again. I think this is another Mondo, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about this, Dustin?
I really dig it.
What do you think about the sculpted fur on him?
No, I don't like the one head. The one head that has like the dip in the lip. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't. This was the only.
It's got like a cat. It's got like a cat whiskers that come around the front lips. There's one head that it's all furry, but the lip is up. Like it looks like it. Honestly, it looks like someone with a cleft palate. You know how their lip sort of turns up a little bit.
Huh.
And that's not to say I have anything against people with cleft palates. I'm just saying, like, that's how it looks like. It's just, I don't know. It's weird.
Probably like how people draw a cat mouth.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, where it comes down and then it splits.
Yeah.
Well, Mondo's known for adding, stuff from either concept art or coming up with their own stuff to add into these figures or whatever.
I like how Snarf looks like a crack addict.
Snarf. He just don't look right.
Ragged and fucking outrageous. I do like the sword.
It's hefty looking.
They added additional details, so it's not just a straight blade. I like the additions. I think it is a worthy adaptation. Things that I would like to see in the comic or brought to other lines.
So I like this armored look much better than the, I don't know, whatever spandex wrestling suit that I really dig that part of the redesign. Yes. I'm still trying to get used to the sculpted fur myself.
Well, I kind of imagine that it's
a nice detail, but I'm so used to just seeing the smooth versions,
Well, I think on Super 7's Lino, it looks a little more furry. Not the original, like the first version of Lino they did. It has like tufts of fur, so to speak.
Okay.
So it looks fine to me, but
it'll be interesting as far as to see how deep they go with the Thundercats.
Yeah, hard to say. So I found out something a little disappointing.
Uh-oh.
I was all excited for the announcement of Mattel and Thundercats. And yes, this. I was all excited about that.
So yeah, I
But
grabbed that too.
yeah, so I found a tweet where uh Pixel Dan was saying, okay, I think people are taking this out of context. It's not going to be their He-Man Thundercats crossover that they did.
Right, right.
It's going to be like a mashup of the uh, amalgamation type things that they're doing with the Turtles and
Right,
He-Man crossover. So it's going to be
right.
more like that.
Yeah, like
That's the way I took it.
the
Yeah.
wrestling figures in He-Man. Like that's the way I took it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I love the art of this. I love Freddie Williams' art and take on this
Yeah.
crossover. So this is what I was hyped for, and that's the first thing that popped in my head. I'm just like, oh heck yeah! And then them saying like, wait, I don't think people are getting this right.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, I
ah,
mean,
dang.
when you just post something like that, it's like,
Yeah,
you're gonna get
open
all
to
kinds of things.
interpretation.
Right.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's the first place that my mind went to was, oh, it's going to be kind of like what they did with the wrestlers or the
yeah,
like what they're doing with the Ninja Turtle stuff right now. So
yeah,
you'll still get those familiar characters, but then you're gonna get mashups of certain characters too, I think.
yeah.
Because
So I
like with the,
imagine it's going to be like Panthro and Man at Arms, and He-Man, Lion-O.
yeah,
Who knows?
probably something like that. But I mean, even with the turtles, they're still giving you the turtles just done in that Motu style.
Right.
I
So
mean, if
they'll
they
probably
do Snarf and Orko, all in, all in.
Snorko.
Two of the greatest characters ever created.
So would it be Snorko or
Snorkel.
Arkoff?
Or
I like Snorko. I think Snorko's the way to go.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, I see. I know you, Dustin. I know you. I saw that. I'm like, oh, I've got to grab that too. So
yeah,
I screenshotted most of this stuff. So that's why I'm not like floating over to the main sites or whatever. But here's one that I was really excited about.
yeah.
This is a Mezco Beetlejuice.
Gonna
That'll
be
I
go
a
really
fun one.
love
nice with
this.
my other horror movie,
I love this.
Mezco's.
So I was excited about NECA because NECA they announced some Beetlejuice stuff coming up. So they do have a figure coming out through NECA that's got a few soft goods on it. They've got the Toonie Terriers version of it coming out. But this, I'm sorry, I was going to try and get the NECA stuff, but after I saw this Mezco, you got me.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I'll be after this one for sure.
Yep.
I can't let this one escape my grasp.
I'm tempted by the other Mezco pictures that they revealed. I was just like, the Doc Nocturnal and his little vehicle thing. It's like, okay, is that an actual vehicle that you're going to release, or is this just a prop for the show? Like, I
Yeah,
want to
see
know.
that
Tell me now.
the Land Reaper. I'll pull that up real quick. So I did
Yeah.
snag those pictures too. Yeah, so that is definitely in scale with their 112 line. Now, whether this is a one-off prop, like you're saying, or if
Right.
this is something that they'll offer, people have been asking for this
Yeah.
since the first Doc Nocturnal promo that they did. But
Because it's
so they
featured in that comic.
yeah, it is. It's featured in the little comic they did, but also the stop motion that they did for the promotion for the first version of Doc Nocturnal. But it was a smaller scale. They made like a miniature to do like the stop motion stuff. So
Yeah.
this though is actually a 112 scale version of. I think it's called the Land Reaper. I could be wrong, but that sounds right. I think
It's
I read
something
that
like
right.
that.
So it's something along those lines, but that sounds right to me. And here's another shot of the front here. And I think
And it looks like they remade Doc Nocturnal.
yes, yeah, I've got a shot of that too. I'll bring that up real quick. But since you
Yeah.
was talking about the vehicle, I was like, yeah, okay, let's bring that up first. So here's
That
this. Yeah,
is insane.
yeah, that's cool. I like that. The first version's cool. It's got kind of like that classic first appearance kind of look,
Yep.
and then this is
Right.
more of a modern update to that character, which I really dig.
Yeah,
And Dustin, you've got the first Doc Nocturnal, don't you?
I do. Yes. But
Yep.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford either one of those things that they're talking about.
Oh, I can't even imagine what the price tag they'd put on the Land Reaper if they actually made that available.
Yeah, that's the thing that I'm just so scared. It's just like, oh man.
Now,
Actually,
usually-
I will sell my Mezco band dudes for that. That's what I'll do if it comes down to it.
So usually the way that they treat their independent designed characters like this is they're in stock.
Yeah.
So they drop them, and then when it sells out, too bad it's gone. You're stuck on a wait
Yep.
list or whatever. So maybe with something as big as the Land Reaper, they might take pre-orders. I don't know. It's a wait and see kind of thing. But
Right.
yeah, I really dig this. This is cool. They've got him labeled also as the monster that hunts monsters. So.
Yeah. I love. Let's see if I can reach it.
He's got the tactical boots and everything. That's cool. And I like how
Doc Nocturnal's my dude.
I like how the pants, they're not like that pleathery type of stuff, because I've
Yeah.
heard bad things about that. Like over
Yes.
time it just degrades and peels.
Mhm.
But that it kind of looks like that's what his other gear is made out of, and you can see it on the back of the cape. So that kind of stuff tends to make me shy away from this type of figure, because I know it's going to happen eventually to it. But he's great.
I can say it's not so far. It still looks great on mine.
And who
But
knows?
I have heard that about the like the X-Men suits,
Mhm.
like Cable and Wolverine and stuff like that.
I haven't had any on my X-Men at all.
That's good.
I think too, a lot of it's probably how people have them in storage. Maybe it's not
how are
climate
they?
control.
How are they lit? Like, do you have sun coming straight in on the case? Like,
Yeah.
I think that plays into it. Where mine, this room's pretty much dark when I'm not in here. So
Yeah.
I love those details that they have on him.
Yeah, he's cool for
It
sure.
just looks so amazing.
And I'm not going to go over everything that Mezco kind of released or whatever. You can check out their coverage and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
You want.
Or you can go to our page and see it all in the highlights.
I had no plan whatsoever when it came to these pictures, so this turns out it's real.
Yep.
People are finding it in stores.
Yep.
This is not me. This is not my shot or whatever. It's just one that I took off of people reporting that they found. Here's a clearer shot of that figure in box.
I love that figure.
I'll have to get it.
It's one that I didn't think they would ever make, to be honest with you, just because of not being able to get in touch with this guy or whatever. There he is. There's Tatsu. And I've looked in my area because these pictures are from somebody that said they found it in Louisiana. So I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I've looked, haven't found him yet. Where was I going to go after this? Oh, we brought up Deadpool and everything. Might as well bring up the Colossus.
Oh, nice.
So have you guys seen this one?
No, I haven't. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, so that's the Deadpool movie version of Colossus there.
I love it.
So they kind of snuck him in. Here's some shots of the
Yes.
Imperial Armor Commando. Dustin, I see you liked it.
Yep.
So yeah, this one, I man, I'm really screwing up here. I'm excited for, but and I do want to get some of these, they're probably not going to stay looking like that. I'm going to have to do some repaints.
Yeah.
Because some of those colors just that's not it. One of the things that I'm excited about, but this is going to be very expensive. I have a fear here. So this is Flame Toys. So if you know anything about them, they do these really cool version of mech characters. They've done a lot of Transformers. This is from an alternate dimension of Spider-Man, the multiverse type of stuff.
Mhm.
Penny Parker instead of Peter Parker, so it's a very anime kind of thing. This is obviously a rip-off of Evangelion or whatever. Hasbro made a version of the mech suit, and it's okay, but it's very lacking. This looks more like it's right out of the comics that all that's based off of and everything. So I'm excited about this, but it's really going to come with a hefty price tag. And this is just, the 3D computer image version of it. I've got they showed an actual model. Now this wasn't at San Diego Comic-Con, I don't think. This was at another show in Japan, and forgive me, I don't remember what it was called. I tried to look it back up, couldn't find it. But here's just the blank version, unpainted. And even that looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
Really love that. Hopefully one day I can get my hands on that. Another thing I want to jump to here that was, I don't think this was shown at San Diego Comic-Con. Let me do this picture. But this is, if you're familiar with Maestro Union and their figures they've been putting out lately, they did the Crocker, alligator-looking dude. They did the Veteran William, Blade Master Wang. They did that really cool Samurai Rabbit.
Yeah.
This is going to fall in that same kind of wave that they're doing of these armored Asian-styled characters. And obviously, this is a dragon.
Yeah. Year of the Dragon.
Yeah. We are in the Year of the Dragon. I don't know the release date on this yet. I'm really interested to see the paint job that they're going to give this thing. Here's a shot of it without all the armor on, so you can see like that base body. So it's very Asian dragon styled.
Yeah.
Hopefully they get the like birdish feet, dragon feet right, to where it actually balances really good when they put it into production.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, the articulation scheme that they put on this thing, because those parts are really thin.
Yeah, and well, like I think back to the Four Horsemen, they're birds. Like I've got the Cardenas, and he, like, you cannot get both his feet flat at the same time, and he rocks and all that.
So, so the trick with those is in the hips. You almost kind of have to turn those birds upside down to get the hip placement right, and then go from the hips down. But it can be done. I've got some behind me, the birds and everything, and if you don't get them right, they do topple. But I've got the raven and the dragon that they did on that body, and they've been standing for a couple of years now.
I just museum gelled their damn feet down. And they ain't going anywhere.
So here's
they remind me of the those beetle bug things that came out a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the feet were so tiny and narrow, and then come to find out, as they were releasing them, they had a base that they had to stand on, and it's like, come on. I wouldn't have invested in them if, I had known that, and they won't pose on their own.
And they didn't come with a base; like you had to buy that separately.
Yeah, I think it was something dramatic. I whenever I saw it, I just canceled my order.
Yeah, that would have really pissed me off.
Yeah, I'm just like, you know, never mind. I don't need them this bad.
Yeah. No, I know
So
which
what
one
is
you're
this?
talking about though. So
It's
this is just the concept art for that dragon character there that I showed you.
Oh, okay.
So this is some
That
of the
is
like the
sick.
alternate gear that he comes with or whatever. So the color, it's almost
Hi, Jess.
grayish looking here, but these things always tend to look a little bit different once they actually get them painted. You know, the physical versions of it.
Right.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I'm not. They've got other stuff coming out too. There's like a cat that they're doing. It's a female cat. They are doing, which was surprising to me to find out because they teased a lot of these with just some silhouettes.
Yeah.
And one of them, somebody pointed out, oh, that's one of the Fist of the North Star characters, and I'm like, no, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't even fit with what they've been doing. And I'll be damned, they did show some Fist of the North Star characters off, so they're branching out and doing those. I
Interesting.
didn't save those pictures or whatever. They're out there if you're interested in that sort of thing. They're pretty easy to find.
Let me interject here real quick.
Okay.
Because there's one thing that I saw that I thought was really cool. Oh geez, don't take me to the millionth tab. Dang it. Let's see. Where is it? Where is
Must
it?
have been something I touched on.
Yeah, it has to do with well, okay, so they revealed that Thundercat, the Ghost Groon,
Right.
and the Lino with light up eyes, Mumra, Zartan. But no, they also. Oh yeah, this stuff here from Ramen Toy looks insane. I mean, those things look so freaking gorgeous. I want them all. It looks great. And no, but this right here, it's coming up. Almost
See
there.
PandaCon in there.
Yeah, PandaCon was really awesome. They also announced Snake Lair, which I think is fantastic addition to the lore of He-Man, and just it's going to be so awesome. I would love to be a kid right now.
So is
But,
that what that was Super 7? They're going to do that?
Who?
The stuff you're talking about, Snake Lair.
No, this is Mattel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they're re-releasing She-Ra, and they're doing Blade and Fisto, which I think is a really interesting take. I am not entirely keen on the fact that his arm is now all metal.
Huh.
If you notice that,
Right.
It's just I don't know, but I'll go with it. It looks cool regardless. But yeah, here's the Doctor Doom, the Mondo 2000X He-Man. But where is the? Yeah. Yes, here we go. This is Shredder's throne, which they box art and stuff was designed by Freddie Williams Jr. And it's like that is freaking cool. Let's see if I can pull up the post. It looks so awesome.
Yeah, now this is just thrown in the box. He doesn't come with Shredder either.
Right. No, it does not. Nope. But it's like seeing that, it's like, dang it. I want that Shredder and I want that throne. I'll do without the throne as long as I get the Shredder. But it looks so good.
Yeah.
That's
awesome art.
Such an awesome art. It's just so good. I love it. I'd love to get Freddie on here sometime so we can geek out about his art. I know Jessica would be into that as well, but she likes his art. But yes, that's all. I just wanted to interject that the throne, Shredder's throne, because I thought that was super cool. Yeah, I'll let you go back to doing what you do best.
Which is what, ramble?
No, I think you're doing good.
So I wanted to stick with more independent stuff here with this the Tiger.
Dude,
this is on 5K Toys. So
I want it.
Yeah, this thing is going to be massive. He's not going to be a little bitty kitty by any means.
So I used to do this with every single figure I had when I was a kid. I used to imagine and dream of mounts, like just like how Battle Cat had his mount on him. It's just like every cat I had, every dinosaur I had, I was imagining mounts that they could ride on and be. It's just like that is my jam. Like if you give me a figure, I want a mount. I want them to be able to have a figure to mount that dude. It's like that is sick.
So, I mean, I'm blanking on the scale. So he's not going to be like Mondo scale. So,
No.
But I don't want to say true 112 scale either.
I think it's close to 112.
Yeah, so it's
like 110.
It's probably going to be around 110, something like that. So, but
it's going to be in scale with the other figures 5K toy does.
Yeah, he's not going to be a tiny tiger by any means.
Right.
So, but he is going to come with a couple of alternate heads. This one, the armor is probably permanently attached to, but I've seen just the bear tiger head with nothing on it. But if you look behind the tail, you can see something that almost kind of looks like another helmeted head back there. But then if you look underneath between the two front feet, I don't know if I can zoom in there. Let me try. It almost looks like there's a pig head back there, and I'm guessing that's the Bebop figure, the Bebop not Bebop figure that they're going to release.
Yeah.
So, and that figure I think was going to be like something like 7 or 8 inches tall or whatever. So there's kind of a scale comparison back there or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but I haven't seen anybody say, "Hey, why is there a pig head behind him or whatever?" And I haven't even heard anybody point this thing out, this other head.
Right.
Like, there's a whole other head back there, it looks like.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
All I know is I want it.
He's really cool. And 5K
it looks
makes
so good.
they make really great stuff. I like the articulation scheme that they look like they're giving him here. I mean, everything looks right. Even the tail is segmented, so it's going to have multiple points of articulation in there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's really, really cool looking. Going with another Beast type of thing here. So Creative Beast Studios, they're the ones that did all those really cool articulated dinosaur figures they've been doing for the past few years or whatever. So they're moving into like this type of stuff with the woolly mammoth. They've got a really great looking saber-toothed cat that they're doing too. And one of the versions is up for pre-order right now. Well, I want to say it's up right now. It might be sold out. I don't know. I haven't checked in a few weeks. Big Bad Toy Store. So there's like a black tiger version.
Right.
But yeah, the woolly mammoth here is really cool. And
now this is probably not quite scale of 112 scale.
No, it's not. So this is probably more like a like maybe a 1 16th scale or something like that. It's not going to scale with your 6 or 7 inch figures
Right.
as realistically scale wise on a chart or whatever. But so they're meant to be a smaller scale because they're so complex. Let me show you the articulation breakdown that goes into this thing, and you'll see why. I mean, this would be
Yeah.
a nightmare if it was to be like a 1/12 scale. It would be so expensive, nobody would be able to afford it.
Yeah.
But no, not to say that they don't have some larger figures. I've seen some of the T-Rexes that they did, and those things are huge.
Yeah,
They did
those look like they scale kind of well with the the Mezco and some of the mythic
oh
legions. So
yeah,
it's like
absolutely. Like if you want these to be like some type of mount, smaller
yeah,
mount or whatever for some of your other figures, they would totally work. I've seen
yeah,
people do that.
yeah.
Some of the Triceratops figures that they did, the true Triceratops that they did was. I want to say they did do a 1/12 scale one, and he's massive. He's huge. But then for some of the other species, for the horned dinosaurs and everything, they went with the smaller scales just to make it,
Affordable.
reasonable.
Yeah,
I mean, they would all be huge if they did 1/12 scale in these things.
yeah.
But no, these are really cool. I've got some of the dinosaurs. I've got a handful of the raptors that they did. Those were the first dinosaur that they did. I've got a couple of the horned dinosaurs from the Triceratops line. I couldn't get any of the ones from the Tyrannosaur stuff that they did. They look great though. They really do.
They do.
But he's also doing. People were begging for him to revive the Dino Riders type of stuff. So he's even doing some. He's called them cyberzoic, to where some of these that he's making now, they'll have like cybernetic armor and stuff. And there's a smaller scale figure that's a rider for it, but you can take the armor off of the creatures and combine them, and it makes another like a robotic creature. So they're pretty cool. But yeah, check
That's
them out.
cool.
Creative Beast Studio is who's doing these things. If the prehistoric is your jam, they've got you covered on that.
Absolutely.
Let's see. You teased the Dragon Dagger there. Let's bring this guy up. So this is 3-0 Green Ranger from the comics.
Yep.
I think it's Boom Comics or something like that.
Yeah.
So this is a redesign. So this is not Tommy. And I think the name of that character is in this picture here somewhere. What do you think about this, Dustin?
I see. It looks like it looks very, 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 very similar to the redesign that
Yeah, there's his name.
Matt Cook. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it looks very similar to the design that. Why am I blanking on their name now?
Like, I don't know.
I
kind of sort of know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name either.
Beat down.
I mean, it's a really cool design. I dig it. He's like power. I guess he glows in the dark or something. This is a 1/6 scale figure, so I will not be getting this one.
See, I have no attachment to like any other Power Rangers than the very first generation.
Right. The Mighty Morphin. But yeah, that's I mean, it's interesting, for people that are into that.
Why?
But yeah.
Why can I think of It's gonna drive me crazy, guys.
It's not. Is it Back
super
in the Sun
power
or something like that? Or I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay. It's Bat in the Sun.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks very, very similar to the Bat in the Sun redesign of the Green Ranger's suit and how they brought him back. I loved absolutely loved that they managed to incorporate that in the look. However, I've heard from the owner of um, Superpower Beatdown.
Can't help you there.
I don't know. He was saying that they did him dirty by not giving him credit where credit was due.
Um,
Kind of like
because
what was done to Adam Bradley Freeman.
oh boy.
But yeah, I don't know. As far as where's my window? There we go. It looks cool. I love his redesigned helmet. I wish this needs to be more connected right here, and the jewel more prominent, in order for it to be truly a beatdown similar to the ones that they did in Beatdown, the Superpower Beatdown. But
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I get where you're coming from. It's kind of based off of some of those elements and everything. So, I mean, It's not going to be an exact copy of that anyway.
Right. But like I said, I dig it. I don't particularly care for the blue on it. I know that like energy.
I don't know the story of that either.
Yeah, I know it has something to do with it being like energy or charged type whatever, but it's not for me. I think it is cool though. I love how they've widened his vest type thing. Why the shield? It looks cool. I love it.
One of the things that's throwing me off about this design though here is the neck. It's green. Like they were always white in the show. So it looks funny here because the helmet just kind of blends into the neck.
It does.
But, I don't know. But yeah, no, it's got some cool elements. I did want to bring this up because I did talk about it earlier. IshCon is coming up this weekend. Don't ask me where it's at. I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Didn't we look it up? It was Durham, North Carolina.
Yeah, well, I think so. That's what happened.
Yeah, because GalaxyCon is in Raleigh, so this one's in Durham.
So the Horsemen are going to reveal the second wave of Ox Crew. They call it Ox Crew Book 2. They call their waves books. At some point, I guess after the con, I don't know. This is the con where we talked about a couple of weeks ago with the Tusk Heavy Gunner figure is going to be available for the first time.
Okay, so is this going to be similar to the G-Con type thing?
Yeah,
that they normally have every year.
Yeah, but it's not. They're still going to do G-Con. That's their own convention that they do during the whole Mythic Weekend type of thing. IshCon is taking the place of PowerCon this year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because PowerCon isn't happening this year. So IshCon stepped up and said, hey, we'll take its place. We'll do the promotions and all that kind of stuff. So that's where the Horsemen are going to be. Most of them are going to be there this weekend for this particular special reveal that they're going to do. And after the reveal is over is typically when the pre-orders go live for that particular wave. Now, those usually run for a month. So you have a month to pre-order this stuff. Now, if this is all new to you with the Horsemen, with the pre-orders and everything, that does not mean that you're going to get it in a month or two. It's going to be the better part of a year.
Or 2 years.
Maybe a little bit longer, depending on the tooling and the type of sculpts that's going into this stuff. If it features a lot of new, small, intricate parts, it's probably going to be pushing 2 years. But you get the pre-order in, you can just let it ride. You pay for it up front. You'll get them. You will get them. This is not like a Kickstarter where, there's a chance that I may not get the things that I pledged for ever. And I'll never get my money back or anything. That's not what this is. This is a pre-order. They will make whatever it is that you pre-order. They'll have extras, of course, but you're not going to get it at that pre-order price. Whenever you pre-order from the Horseman, it's typically a little bit cheaper than what you will find it later for retail.
Right.
So, like if you go to Omega Level Toys that we shared in the beginning of the show and look at those prices, and then you go to the Store Horseman website to book in this pre-order here, and you look at the prices and you go, well, why is the prices at Omega Level so much higher? That's because the prices at Omega Level Toys is the retail price. Yeah. Whenever you pre-order from the Horseman, you're getting a special discount because you're basically getting it from the source.
Right.
Get it? Source
Horseman.
Right. So, a little explanation of that for the newcomers if you come across it and you go, well, why is there this big price discrepancy here? You'll find that even at Big Bad Toy Store. So those are the retail prices. That's the normal price for these figures. But if you, like I said, you get them from the Horseman, you're getting that little special discount. And usually if you go all in with a wave, you're getting an even better discount because they knock a little bit of the price off to where it ends up you're getting a free figure if you get the whole set. If you pre-order the whole set together, it's called an all-in set. So it's even a little bit more sweeter deal if you do it that way.
And don't they mail out the all-in separately?
So
or have they changed that?
So typically what they do with the all-ins is typically the all-in sets, they're boxed like that in the factories. So you'll get one of each of the things from the wave if you've ordered that all-in set. So what that means is those ship out faster once the Horsemen get them. Once they hit the warehouse there, they start printing the labels for everybody that ordered an all-in, and then they'll just slap them on the box, put them on another crate, and the shipping company comes and picks them up, takes them off. If you order 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 instead of the all-in, that takes longer to put that order together in a box. So that takes their shipping team effort and a few more days. So those typically end up shipping out secondary as opposed to the all-ins. Now, there have been instances where a new scale has been introduced into the line, and it's taken a little bit longer to get those produced. So the larger figures get produced at separate factories as opposed to like the standard sized figures. So sometimes there's complications and they have to go back and fix things in the sculpt or whatever. So it delays things a little bit. So if one of the factories gets done with all the standard size figures, let's say, and they get those in first, if you only ordered that type of figure and didn't get any of the ones that are delayed a little bit, then those will ship first. But it's kind of a rare kind of thing to happen. I think it's only really happened twice.
Yeah.
So in a way, yes, all ins ship first, but there have been a few exceptions in the past, which is unfortunate, but that's just kind of the way it is.
Yep.
They don't have a whole lot of warehouse space. So when they get something, whatever it is, they start shipping it right away.
Yep. Absolutely.
So there's one more thing I want to go to here. I'm going to switch over. I'm hopping back over to 5K Toys because I want to bring these little guys up. I love these things.
Dude.
These are up for pre-order right now through 5K Toys. And let's see.
Why do they look so cool? It's not fair.
It's no.
They remind me of, what are they called in World of Warcraft? Murgles, maybe? Merkel?
Something like that. It sounds familiar. Yeah. For these, I don't know why. I love these little.
They look so awesome. Like
Murloc.
Okay,
yeah. I love that. I love the stuff that 5K is doing. Not everything that they do, but there's a lot of it that I really dig.
Yeah. This being one of them. I mean,
yeah, it's going to be hard for me not to pre-order this. And I think you get all 3 Yeah, wait. So you can order them separate here, but then you can get the three 3-pack, yeah, 3-figure set. So down payment for that looks like it's $30, and they do charge for pre-orders up front. And then there's a second charge once the figures come in.
Yeah.
And they're pretty good. They'll send you an email saying, "Hey, they're in. It's time to make the second payment." And there's usually a link in the email, and you go through and you make that second payment.
Oh
But
boy.
yeah, I was watching another podcast, and they brought up 5K toys, and they're like, "Yeah, 5K toys is dangerous."
Yeah, it is. I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah, they are. They are dangerous.
that
But
looks
yeah,
just so great.
just they're awesome looking. I don't know. I dig it.
They're like those fun little plunderlings that
Yeah,
they
they
just look
remind me.
fun. They're just cute little fun dudes.
Yeah, they really do. They remind me of Plunderlings a lot. Now,
Yeah.
I will say, now 5K does do a lot of unlicensed stuff. There's little guys we just looked at. This is something. Even though I'm a big Spider-Man fan, I'm not into
Net
this.
man.
Yeah, I don't really. I don't know. I don't care for this. And there's the symbiote version they're teasing here.
Yeah.
So not everything that they do I'm into.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen clearer pictures of this guy, and I mean, he does look good, but I mean, he's got it's a soft goods suit over an articulated body, and that always hinders articulation whenever you do that. I don't care how flexible you try to make the fabric, it's still a hindrance.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care for that. So yeah, I don't know. I've rambled enough, I think. I'll close this stuff out. Is there anything that caught you guys' attention from this past week, San Diego Comic Con?
I honestly didn't even catch much from it. I don't know why. Typically, I'm like, see a bunch of it on Facebook, but
You saw Robert Downey Jr. and like, I'm done.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just
That's
pieced
enough
out.
internet for the day.
No, I'm just trying to hold myself back from ordering more Warhammer Joy toys.
Oh,
Freaking
really?
yeah, because they did. So Warhammer's lore kind of starts out with the Horus Heresy, which is actually 30K.
Yeah.
So it's 10,000 years before 40K. Well, they've started dropping like some of the Blood Angels from the Horus Heresy, and I'm just like, my God, I want every single one of them, and I'm I've held off so far, but I don't know if it'll be much longer.
Yeah, I'm the same way with the Thundercats, because it's like they revealed the light up eyes, Lion-O and Mumra, and it's just like I want them so bad, but I don't know. Doesn't look like it's in the cards this time, but oh boy, I want it. Because I'll say this: they have something that no other Lion-O has. That is the longer sword. So they have the small sword, Sword of Omens, and then they have it when it gets bigger, and then when it's full blown. So they have that middle size to where you can do like
Oh,
thunder, Thundercats. Yeah. So it still has
okay.
the cat's eye, and it only turns to the lion roaring
Oh,
at the final stage. So
yeah.
it's like, okay, this is cool, and it's like I want that, and I want the treasure of the Thundera, treasure of Thundera, that Mumra has a necklace and a container of some sort, and then Lion-O has the three-headed dragon looking thing, and it's just like these are all aspects of the Thunderian treasure. That's all that's remained from when their planet blew up. And it's just like, I want all of those to display in my cat's lair. And it's like, they keep piecing it out farther and farther apart. It's like, but I have a Lion-O.
But you don't have that Lion-O.
I know. But, c'est la vie. Anyone have anything else? All right. I say we wrap it up. Tune in later this week. We're going to, on the Madness Network, there's going to be plenty of shows. So we have Silverline coming up later this week on Wednesday. We have the Morning Brew on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, I think. Yeah, Tuesday, tomorrow. Tuesday Morning Brew with them. And then Friday, we have Corrective Measures and The Endless, our show. So tune in for that. So what you normally do is you watch those two movies, and then you come visit our channel, and then we discuss them in chat, bash, blow, all the kind of stuff, get it all out, let it all out. So that's what we do. And usually get off topic like we did today. Not talking figures, but still. I digress.
It'll be figure related because we'll get a stupid ass figure of Tony Stark Doom bullshit.
But in the meantime, go hit up Big Omega Level Toys Big Cartel. Don't forget to do the promo code, and you only got a couple days left on that. And until next time, I will say Thundercats ho.